Hi guys, and welcome to my latest video. So it's been a little while since I've done my last video, and I actually went to Tokyo Game Show, so I thought I'd actually do show some of the video that I took and just talk about my experiences there. So it's not actually the first time I've been to Tokyo Game Show, it's the third time I've been. The first time I went was 2016, and now at 2017. Didn't go last year since I moved out of Tokyo, but this year I flew back and got to go there with one of my friends. So Tokyo Game Show, really fun event. It's very cheap to go to, maybe compared to sort of other gaming conventions that might be going on, such as Gamescom or E3. The tickets at 1,500 yen. In pounds is about £10. It's pretty cheap. It's pretty inexpensive compared to others. As you can see, the event is held in kind of they're like big warehouses, so they call them halls, but they're more or less these three big empty warehouses with like a sort of side building that you can go up on the side and walk through. In that little side area there's a lot of like food stores and food shops, and you can get like drinks and things like that, smoking area. The information desk is there, as well as some merchandise for the Tokyo Game Show. In the main areas themselves, they divided it into a sort of like university section with some indie stuff, and then the other two had sort of the main. The middle one had all of the main. The main developers, so you had your PlayStation there, there was like Google were there. There's a lot of mobile phone companies there actually, and sort of online ones. So there's IGG. I have no idea what it stands for, but I'm pretty sure they do some mobile gaming there. I saw this. I can't remember what it's called. Maybe Mihoyo. Maybe someone can tell me in the comments what they're called. They actually make the game's gone. A mobile game is called something Third Strike, and yeah, they purely make mobile games, and they had a stand there, most likely for one of their new games. You had Konami there showing off their Winning 11, which is the Japanese name for their Pro Evo. You had PlayStation was showing off the Final Fantasy remake, and then you had a lot of other like little ones. There was Death Stranding there, of course, and there was some, like for example, Bandai was showing off their new Dragon Ball Z game, that Kakarot one, and the new Gundam game that's coming out. I think it's one of the original Generations ones. So anyway, there were lots of games you could actually go and see. Maybe the best part of it, the trailers themselves are quite hard to see. As you can see in the video, there's a lot of people about, so it's really hard just to take photos and to take camera. A lot of the staff are telling you to like keep moving, not to take pictures, especially movies. And you can try the games. There are some setups for demos, but the system is a ticketed system, so you need to get a ticket, and then that allows you to line up to go and try out the games. However, the tickets sell out they give them out probably within the first 20 minutes. So unless you're right at the start, you go straight to the ticketing area, it's super unlikely you're going to be able to play many games, at least not the big ones. So for example, we tried to get tickets for the PlayStation area, but they were gone within maybe the 30 minutes it took us to get to the stand, so there was no chance to actually try out any of their games. However, the university games, so they've got the universities, students showing off the games they've made, and the indie game section, you could actually play the games quite easily. Sometimes you'd have to wait for a person or two, or if the game was a little bit more of a popular one, you might have to wait 20 minutes or so, but you definitely could have a go at them. The bigger ones like Neo 2, and they had like a Grand Blue Fantasia beat 'em up game, which I showed. I was able to get a little bit of footage on a bit later on. Those type of games, there was no chance, not unless you were one of the first ones in and you'd planned your way to go and get one of the tickets for them. One of the main things they do kind of show off at these events is that, or not all the stands, but a lot of the stands do have these how do they call them, like models, like area models, section models. So for like the they got the, was it AR Racing, however it's called, company that do the gaming chairs. You can, they have a lot of models who are obviously giving out all these flyers and things for them fans and whatnot. Maybe one of the best things you can do if you ever do go to Tokyo Game Show is grab the loot. Yeah, grab all the goodies they give out. As you can see in the video now, they had those massive IGG bags, which I managed to grab a hold of. There were a lot of bags being given out, a whole ton of fans. You've never seen so many fans in my life. Yeah, loads of little booklets and leaflets showing off the games, release dates, or just talking about new games they're going to do. The universities give out a lot of things about their courses or to access their university site. The bigger ones usually give out posters and things like this just to show off the new games that they're doing. So yeah, here they had the Medieval remake showing a little bit of that, and you could actually play on it. This was all ticketed, so this section is what it looks like when you want to try the games. And yeah, they're in insanely busy sort of areas. You can see a One Piece game being played there. No idea what the name is though, sorry. So yeah. And there's the Yakuza 7 was there. You could actually try that out though. We did get the chance, but there's a big screen for that. And on the fan I got for that, there seems to be doing some Yakuza Online game as well, so that's kind of interesting there. They have a merchandise section as well in one of the halls. So Square Enix have a store there. They have a lot of t-shirts and music. Here you can see the Grand Fantasia beat 'em up game. I only managed to catch a little bit of gameplay. The guy took a little while to get in, and I was very quickly told not to record. And the woman told me to move, and then she told me to move again, and then she said sorry, no videos. So she was very not happy for me to do that. So yeah, there's a merchandise section, so you can get a lot of like soundtracks and there's t-shirts. They had Fan Gamer there. I believe they're a US based one that does a lot of t-shirts and merchandise as well. There was one for PlayStation as well, and a few little stores as well. Though like most of the show, even the merchandise stands was real busy. You had to line up for quite a while just to get to the front and buy whatever you wanted to have a look at. So yeah, unfortunately here I was told no movies. So, and oddly there was a very weird stand where, so this one's actually for Monster Energy drink, but they were showing off with Death Stranding because they had Death Stranding in. And yeah, here you can see some of the models. So there was actually lots of opportunity for you to have either take photos of the models, or they'd have like, you could sit down on a throne for one place and the models behind you posing. And yeah, a nice skyline so you can sort of see how busy it was. It was an incredibly busy event. Maybe I should give my sort of top tips if you ever get the chance to go. Definitely go early. If you can stay in a hotel by the event, that is highly recommended. There's two reasons why that's highly recommended. A, you don't have to travel so far after the event closes, so it actually closes about 5 o'clock on each day, and then it's really easy for you to walk over to your hotel. And usually after a whole day of walking, you've got sore feet, you're probably tired out. The event has almost no sitting space, so yep, that's one of my top tips. The second reason why it's good to have a hotel close is because the train station is basically at an almost standstill. It is so busy with everyone rushing to the train station that you're lining up and shuffling along, and then if you get to the stand, you might miss the first train or even the second train if it's that busy. So a lot of people either go off and have some food at that time, or they rush forward to get to the train. We were quite early when we got out, so we got to the train quite early, but we still had to wait and we had to stand all the way. The event's in Chiba, so it's a little bit outside of Tokyo. It took us from Akihabara about 1 hour more or less to get there, and since I flew out on the following day, I stayed at a hotel near the airport. So the trip from the game center to Haneda Airport, just outside, is about an hour and a half with all the trains you have to take. So yeah, and you're not really sitting down. It's a really busy time, so it can be quite tough. Plus, don't forget you're going to be holding all your goodies as well. Maybe I had a backpack with me with my camera and everything. So yeah, just be aware of that as well. Overall, though, the event's like, it is a really cool event. If you ever get the chance to go, I really recommend it. If you can go on the business days, I recommend that even more, since you'll miss all of these sort of crowds and you'll get to go at a much more relaxed pace, and definitely you'll get the chance to, try out the games and yeah, speak to all the people who are there. On the language front, most of the, like, for the universities and most of the sort of big exhibitions don't have English speakers, and the actual commentary is all in Japanese. So obviously, as native, well, whatever speakers you are, except Japanese, it's a little bit difficult to deal with that side of things. But if you go to the indie section, most of them are much better at speaking English, or they are native English speakers, so you can enjoy that much more. So thanks for watching my video today. I hope you've learned a little bit more about Tokyo Game Show, maybe from the standpoint of someone who's been. As always, if you've got any questions, or yeah, if you need me to like update or give my experience on like anything else when I went to the game show, yeah, let me know in the comments. I can always make a follow-up video for you guys and yeah, answer some questions or whatever questions I get there. As always, like, please subscribe so you can see my next videos as they come out. Please comment, leave me any comments, ask me any questions. I'm all ears, yeah, not just about the game show obviously, but about my usual arcade machine ones. If there's any arcade machines you want me to do as well, let me know in the comments and I can get on top of that as well. Fantastic. Have a good one all.